Hello. I'm still on my 5090. I'm going to actually take a little bit more of a look at arc raiders. Not actually seen it. I didn't even see the server slam on this GPU, so have a quick look. Hopefully it should run it pretty good. We'll see, obviously. See how it goes. Do make sure to drop a like on the stream as well. I'll see if you were on the stream the other day, I was getting that weird Windows noise disconnection thing. Took a bit of time, but I in the end I just muted all my sound on Windows, so I think it was my Leon Lee fan control software that kept, I don't know what it was doing. I found it in Event Viewer and it seemed like it was that. There was like the most occurrences of that. Connecting, disconnecting. I don't know, it's got to be some sort of bug. But hopefully we won't hear that anymore, because that was like torture. Although we'll hear it. Will we hear it? Unplugging my mouse, hang on. No, we won't. Sound is fully gone. I'll do 4K first, so I'm at 3840 by 260 here. The game does have DLSS 4 as well, which is good. Gonna just leave it on TSR for the first bit, and then we'll switch to DLAA. Motion blur off, 100% resolution scale, everything maxed. Ray tracing obviously set to the max. I'm trying to think, what did we get on my 9070 XT on this? I didn't really, although we checked 1440p more last time. I think I did 4K on the server slam. I think it was about 40 to 50, wasn't it? Or something. Let's sort the overlay. It is a Founders Edition 5090, yeah. Oh, I knew it was going to do this. I'm going to have to just switch my settings quick. I just got the new drivers. I knew it was going to do this. I should have checked. That's annoying. I want it on GPU 2, don't I? So we're going to need to just switch all this. Just bear me a sec. Aria Collins, yo. See how quickly I can do this. Why does it do that? That is honestly so annoying. This is a new Nvidia driver. For some reason it's wiped. It's switched my GPUs around because it's detected my integrated graphics for some annoying reason. I normally disable that. Move it all to the top. Yeah, we've got it on Epic preset at the moment. I'll check that first, then I can switch the graphics. Why is it all glitched? Alright, almost there. That should just look better straight away. Although that's also not running. Why is it so small? That should be better. Only thing I do need to do is, I think last time it was GPU 2, it was on my 5070 Ti. Right. Okay, that looks better. Turn my fans up a bit, because it's probably going to get really hot. So yeah, those are the settings at the moment. We've got everything at Epic here. I think it should handle it fairly well. I don't know if I've got some sort of FPS cap on. Is it just in the unlimited? I think it's just on the main menu, isn't it? Might as well just go straight in. Why does it say 5070 Ti? It's just because that was the last GPU I'd ever used when it was GPU 2, so I just have to switch it. Like, for example, you'll see probably on the GPU 1 here, although you can see my integrated graphics, but it'll probably GPU 1, if I can even see it on here. Might not even give it to me. No, you can see the clock, but at GPU 1 would probably be 9070 XT. Even though I don't have that in. It's purely a naming thing, it's not actually reflecting what you have in, it's just actually manually named. Oh my goodness, 200 FPS, what the hell?
Hey, hold on.
That's crazy.
This is Shani.
Wait, no, hang on, it's reset something here, manual.
Check out your map and head to any of the spots.
I had a feeling something funky was going on. Yeah, see, notice that there, render resolution scale, it tried to put me at 50%. Just double check that though, we've got 100% here, so we're back at 4K. Rendering at 4K, it tried to put my rendering at 50%. That's how you're getting 200. But yeah, still, I mean, that's half my FPS, obviously, as you'd expect, going from 50% to 100%, but 120 down underground, it's going to be a little less up here, probably. Yeah, just over 100. Hopefully we'll keep an average above 100, we'll see how it goes. Why do the textures look... Why does this game look worse than it did when I last played? Have they done something to it? Is it just because it's really bright? Or just because it's really bright? I'm noticing GPU usage isn't quite maxing, seeing it to like 94, 95% occasionally. I think fairly similar to, just straight away looking at this, the 9070 XT really is probably fairly similar. Like the lows look very similar. Like, okay looking frame time, but you can see it stutters a bit. Micro stutters here and there, which is giving me kind of a low, not like the best low. 0.1% low 61, so it's like basically half what my average is. So that could be better. $120, yeah, it's pretty nuts considering everything is fully maxed here. Even ray tracing we've got set to epic at 4K, so pretty beefy, but I mean the GPU's an absolute extortionate, so you would hope so. You know, in a lot of games we don't have very good performance. I don't know, is it just me? Why do the textures on this game look worse than when I last played? What's that? Why does it just not look as... Is it because I'm using TSR maybe? That could be it, you know. Let's go to DLAA. I mean, that's not going to change the textures, but maybe it'll look, you know, a bit sharper, so... Good thing about this game is you can actually switch between DLSS 4 and the, well, it'll be, what, 3? So CNN model, that's going to be 3, so we want it in Transformer. And you can change that in-game, which is really good. Not many games have that. Yeah, okay, so it does look a bit sharper here. I think that's what I was picking up on. Because last time I played, would have, I think we're using FSR native AA. I think TSR doesn't look great. Looks a bit better. I think that's what I'm noticing. Christian Workflow, yo. Bonjour. Ah oui, j'habite. Je m'appelle. CNN looks better. How's that possible? If that's the case, that's severely broken. Hasn't dropped my FPS that badly though. Even using DLSS, well, DLAA. Sometimes you see it drop 1 or 2 FPS, but it's pretty much the same, doesn't it? Power as well isn't actually that bad on this game. I know I say that. It is almost at 500. But considering we can often be at 560 normally at like 4K with ray tracing. You what? Yeah, there is a bit of popping, yeah. Black Teen, yo. I mean, I can switch between the models. Generally, it'd be considered Transformer would look better because you have slightly less FPS than the CNN model because it's a more up-to-date model. So obviously you sacrifice a bit of FPS for better quality. So I'd be surprised. Honestly, it'd be hard to probably tell just by switching it. But if you saw it in a side-by-side, I don't know. In a lot of games, probably not that... not that easy to notice, but I know some like Cyberpunk and stuff, I thought it always looked a bit better with 4. It's going to vary game to game, obviously. What kind of FPS am I getting here, though? So if we get 112 with this, I would expect it to be a little less with the other model, but... What was it? We were getting 112. Pretty much the same, isn't it? Maybe somehow... it's basically the same. Same FPS. You get a little, you're supposed to get a little less ghosting and stuff like this. Just better overall image quality. Yeah, in a lot of games, it's probably very, very minute, the difference. It really depends. Because I know in Cyberpunk, when I've tested it before, there's a much bigger difference in FPS between the models. And obviously, if you're using stuff like path tracing, it can make the image really noisy. So DLSS 4 will have a bigger improvement, I think. Or you would probably be able to notice it more clearly. What's that I hear? You're excited to try out the game. Yeah, I wasn't really that sure of what I thought of the game, so I thought I'd play a little bit more. I think the difference between the models, often in images, at least when you see them side by side, is when you really zoom in. Which, obviously, whilst you're playing, it's very difficult to really gauge in a lot of games, but if you took screenshots and really zoomed in, you can often tell a bit more of the difference. You know, it'd be zoomed in on like a strand of hair or something, as if you'd ever notice just playing the game. See, it looks good here. I think I've actually... Did I spawn in at a different... Yeah, I spawned in at a different area, because normally I spawn in over here. Last time I was playing, I was always spawning in on the other side. Game has no frame generation. I think it does. So, some quite big dips down there, even still to about 105, but we're keeping the average above 100, which is good. Oh, look at this here. Looks really good. Oh, look at it. Oh, God. Look at it in this corridor. Look at that lighting. Look how good that looks. Oh, God. Maybe I should pay more attention. I'm trying to look. I'm trying to appreciate the lighting. Give me a break. Yeah, look at this here. Look at that. That looks good. Don't know how good that looks on the stream. Hang on, what's happening? So, actually looking at the smoke here, look, I dipped down to about 95. Is that a big thing? Trying to have a look at frame generation. I'm pretty sure it has multi at least. I saw it in the driver on the Nvidia app. It does have it. Look, it's right here. We'll check that out, but it has multi frame generation here. We'll check that out in a little bit. Might be worthwhile checking. I might switch. First, I might actually switch ray tracing. If we switch that down to just static. So switch that off, essentially. See what FPS is like with that. Taking us to about 140 here. Definitely a little less... I don't really know how to explain it on the lighting. It feels a bit less... heavy. I've always said that of ray tracing. I feel like it makes the lighting just look really heavy. And thick. It makes it look thick. Capital T. Double C. But it gives us 140. I'll try and go outside. Because it'll likely dip a bit. But it's a bit bright out there, isn't it? Is that a door over there? Oh, hello.
Raider, down there. Raider.
They're in big trouble. Me with my ray tracing off, they're in big trouble. Is that a raider? Why are they walking like...
See it? No.
Are they crawling?
There.
Or they're like crouch walking? Oh, it's because they've got that. Try and set that thing off. They were like crouching. Will that work if I set that off and it'll shoot at them? But you can see straight away, going from indoors 140, as soon as I'm outdoors again, it's dropping to 120. We even had 110. Is that when I'm ADSing? Oh yeah, look. Look how much my FPS drops when I ADS. It's like 10 FPS. I'm gonna go, oh, he's pushing them, I think. Do I feel the spikes? No. Like, although the lows are really not that great, I don't have any visual stuttering or anything. If I wasn't measuring it, I wouldn't know that at all, that it would look like that. It's because the spikes are very, very small. Oh, are they extracting? He's in the bushes.
Watch out. A raider. Over there.
This is bad. This is bad news. There was two of them, wasn't there? This is exactly what we don't want. How do I quick use my, I think they're pushing the other guy. No! They've gone in there and I've downed all of them. Where? Oh my god. I downed him. They're all down in there. Wait. Will this just reopen? Oh my god, how funny is that? Oh, it wasn't quick enough. Damn it. Damn it, I should have just jumped in. I panicked because I looked in and there was like 3 guys in there. I couldn't really tell how many enemies there were in there. What happens though? Do they get out safely?
All raiders, arc on screen.
Literally everyone was down.
Find your way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
Is this safe? Under a bridge, yo. Dude, I'm just getting out of here. I think crawling before, they can just use the computer still, can't they? I think that happened to me once. Well, I think at least I saved my teammates. Wilco, yo, new mic? No? Why do I sound weird? New destination. Oh wow, new map is it?
What's it like up there?
Where?
In the city?
It's dangerous. The whole thing is...
GPU so hot? What, 71 degrees is fine. 72, normally you can go up to 80. It's a Founders Edition, so it normally gets quite warm. You can increase the fans maybe a bit more, but it's very normal for the Founders. It's not at its thermal limit at all, no.
Like the place is still...
I'm not sure what you're basing that on.
Even if no one else does.
I've hit, at 8K, I've hit about 90 degrees before. And it still doesn't throttle. But it is a Founders, so it generally runs a bit warmer than like a custom GPU. Or a custom model. Because it's much smaller. Cooling's not as beefy. It was at 87. Yeah, that's still really normal though. It's because we were pretty much using like 500 watts as well. It's still fine. Probably need ammo really, don't I? Your GPU doesn't reach 50 and it's a 300 watt card. Yeah, well this is like a what, 500 and what is the TDP? Is it 565 or something? So it's naturally going to be warmer. Combination of those two things. I remember I think the last Founders I had on the top end was the 3090 Ti, and that used to get quite warm. And that was, obviously power-wise, that was less. This 5090 I would say is smaller as well. It's smaller than the 4090 Founders, but it uses more power. So combination of those two things together, cooling-wise, it's not going to be the best you've ever seen, but it's fine. It's not throttling or anything, so it's really not an issue. Equip shield is damaged. Oh, I see. Have we got another one? Can I just bin that one? Missing ammo. I don't really use the other gun. You're 5080 and it gets to 60. Which model is it though? Because if you had a custom model, you would absolutely have better temps, like, immediately. Is audio bugged? I hope not. Sounds fine to me. Guess who you play next? Dude, you're about to get a Van der Ven special on Saturday. He's going to run from the goal and he's going to tap it in. And Man United are going to be Amramat. Whatever Goldbridge would say. Amramat.
Go to research and administration.
It's an NO3D, yeah. So it's immediately, not being a Founders, it's immediately going to have better temps, like straight away. Like if I had a custom GPU, honestly, right now, it'd probably be maybe 65 here instead of 75. So that's with ray tracing. Should we try with all the, maybe everything's set to low as well? See that for a little bit. And then I want to check out some DLSS and stuff. So ray tracing static, everything's set to low. And it looks like there, we're pushing 200. We just broke it there. How do I switch? There we go. I never know what I should be doing with these things. Definitely can tell, obviously, graphics-wise. Look how it looks in here. But it is giving us 200. It's going to be a little less once I get outside. I don't think outside it probably won't be able to hold 200 average, but even if I look outside there, 190. Oh my god, look at that tree. Oh no. That's probably really the most obvious bit, is the trees. At that distance, everything else doesn't actually look that bad. Notice the VRAM usage difference between low and maxed as well. It's maybe a, what's it, a gig? But difference between low and epic? Not really a massive difference. I'm going to try and get back outside rather than jumping out that window. Could be sensible to don't have that. See, I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing here. It looks a bit weird, doesn't it? Are they fighting someone? Oh, I'm out of stamina. Oh, you just got shot there. Where? How do I get out of here? Is it this way? Yeah, power usage, it's come down a bit from epic, but it's only, what, down by maybe 30 or 40 watts. Not a huge difference. Outside here, I am still holding about 200. I kind of want to just wander off a bit to have just a quick look. So even here, it's still actually doing 200. I think it's probably just going to depend on what part of the map you're in. I'm noticing GPU usage go to about 89%. My CPU is at 100. That's not good. Is it doing shaders or something? Is it because have I got to restart the game? I might have to restart the game. That is not good. Don't see that often. I only normally see that when it's doing shaders. But that is not good. That's what's hitting 86 degrees. What happens if I switch it back? Is it because I've done it mid-game? That is not good. That is really not good. CPU just go crazy in this game. Yeah, but 100%. That's normally it only happens when you do shaders. It's normal. That's definitely not normal. That is absolutely not normal. I've only ever seen it hit 100% maybe twice, and that was when it was doing shaders, so it's absolutely definitely not normal. And I've probably tested hundreds of games. It wasn't like that at Epic. It's possibly I need to restart. But the issue is I can't. I can't do it mid-game. I don't actually know what happens if I just quit mid-game. We are still doing 200 FPS though. I'm CPU limited. Well, it is actually still maxing the GPU usage, so 96% is basically maxed still. So it doesn't seem to be really causing me that much issue. Although it is dropping to 79%, 90%. Probably, I think it'll need a restart. I don't know what happens if I just quit. Maybe better if I just extract.
Raider, there. Raider.
You see me. It's not normal. No, I know. Only time I've ever seen it. I remember in The Last of Us when it was doing shaders mid-game. When it was doing, it would do 100%, but for like, you know, maybe a minute. It's definitely not normal. It's possibly because I changed the graphics settings, so it might have maybe been trying to do shaders and it's maybe just bugged or something. I have to force restart it. I'm going all out on these guys. Maybe it's doing shaders. Yeah, but it's been doing them the whole round. That's not normal. I'm just trying to just get out to this where the screen guy is. Where is he? On a CPU, 100 is different to 70. 100 means it could do more. I'm not sure what you mean. I didn't pre-compile. I did, but I've changed all the settings mid-game. I'll test it. At the end of this round, I'll just reset it and we'll see. Some games you have to restart every time, you know. This is one massive building. I should restart. Yeah, no, I'm planning to restart. It's just I can't really do it. If I do it, I think I lose everything. I don't know what happens if I do it mid-game. So I'll do it at the end. I think I'll probably just lose everything, don't I? Where did that team go?
Got some things to do.
So 70, for example, means your CPU is totally fine. Yeah, but I'm not at 70, I'm at 100%. Think you can rejoin the game? I might just try it, you know. Surrender, though. Or I just exit. I don't know, we'll see what happens. If I lose everything, I'm blaming you. To be honest, I didn't have anything that crazy. I mean, I had my gun, but I think I probably have another one. Weirdly, the game's not even stopping. Maybe the game's just fully bugged. Oh, is it just fully bugged? I lose my loot. Oh, it's too late now. What's going on? What the hell is going on? Okay. I don't know if the game's just fully glitched. It might be right now. I couldn't end it. I think it was my, like... I don't know, something's happened with my, like, fan control. That was causing me issues the other day, and I think that was what was just forcing my CPU up really high. I don't know what's going on with that. Reconnect, here we go. Because I had this issue the other day, it kept, the CPU software just kept disconnecting, reconnecting. And then just there it looked like it was it's doing it again. Is it cranking it up to... I mean, the CPU's quite high now, but 60% is better, isn't it? 50%, that would be more in line with what I would expect in this. So we'll see what happens. It might have maybe just been a bit glitched. Roughly similar FPS, maybe slightly higher. 210. Hopefully won't see that usage, although the usage just still dropped to about 91, 93%. Used to happen with the old... Yeah, I don't know. I had a look to see if there's any updates, but I don't think there is any updates. I don't know if there's a Windows... There might be a Windows one. It's at 100 again. It's got to be that. Can I just quit this? Oh, I've had nothing but issues with this the last couple of days. Maybe I have to... Hang on. I'm going to have a look. I might have to restart my PC. Is it... Because when I go into Task Manager, it just says 0% CPU. It's got to be bugged. It's like fully bugged for me. I think maybe just a quick restart. Like full PC restart. Because it literally says CPU is 0%. Which doesn't make any sense. It's clearly not, is it? And now it's come down again. What on earth? Dude, I've had nothing but issues. It's something happened on Windows recently. I had nothing but issues the last couple of days. Look, it's come back down again now. Look, we're at 50% again. What on earth? I might... After this, I won't keep quitting. Oh, God. I'm going to have to... I don't want to... I'll try and extract and then restart my PC. I think it is that software, though. But I don't know. I've had that for ages. Why does it do 100%? It's... I don't know. I think it's Windows. Is a bit... Something funky's going on with Windows. Task Manager itself is bugged, yeah. It just says 0... It says 0% CPU for me in the Task Manager. I'm like, well, it's 100%. bit of a difference. I'll extract. I'll just maybe restart my PC quick. Didn't notice this is the weird thing. Is this only happens when I game? That's what I don't get. What's triggering my fan control to go crazy when I game, but there's no, like, gaming presets for it or anything. So why wouldn't it cause an issue when I'm just on Windows? That's what I don't get. If it's going to be bugged, why does it only bug when I play a game? How do I quit? How do I quit the game? Exit. All right, give me 2 seconds. I'm just gonna reboot my PC. I've ended. I think that's what I'll do. You know what I might do? I'm gonna restart my PC. I'm gonna not that software. I'm gonna have it not run. Task Manager does not shut down. It always stays in RAM. The more you open, the more RAM it will eat. You have to end task. I'm not sure what you mean. Well, I know what you mean, but that's got nothing to do with the issue we're having. The issue I've got with Task Manager is I'm at 100% CPU, but it says 0%. I'm obviously not using 0% CPU, am I? Even if I wasn't playing a game, it's still not going to be 0%. So obviously Task Manager's bugged to some extent. But I'm not sure what that's got to do with ending tasks. As far as Task Manager is concerned, there are no tasks running. MSI issue? No, it's the fan control. That's at least the thing that it looks like it's like taking up 90% CPU or something. This was the issue that I had the other day though. That I was making that weird noise for me every 2 seconds. It was the fan control. If I come into event viewer, what is it giving me? Is there anything on there? Yeah, see, last hour, there's not... The other day I had about 100. Yeah, there you go. L-Connect service. I've had 104. 104 of those in the last hour. And I've had 350 in the last 24 hours. So it's that. As to why it's doing that, I don't know. But if I'm just going to close that. I'm just going to shut it down. If I fully shut it down, I'll have to try and figure out later why it's doing that all of a sudden. But hopefully at least it won't push my CPU to 100% anymore. Give me 2 seconds, I'm just rebooting the game. Fan control versus MSI. Yeah, but like I've had this fan control for a year, but longer than a year. And I've never... What's changed recently? Never had that issue before. And I haven't updated anything recently either. We'll see. I'll try and investigate it a bit more later. I probably won't be able to resolve it on stream. Take a bit of time. That's low graphics though. I think I'm gonna switch back to Epic and have a look at some DLSS and stuff now. Seeing as we've got the transform model. We'll leave it on DLA and I'll hop into it and then we'll I'll switch it. And we'll see what the CPU does now that I've actually shut the fan control down. Hopefully. Yeah, it's gone. If it doesn't do it, then we definitely notice that. Hang on. Take that ammo. What ammo is this? Battle rifle. What does that take? What type of ammo? It's that. Try high. Maybe in a bit. I'm going to check DLSS. Because we've got multi-frame generation as well. I wonder if latency will work in this. It actually will. There we go, 20 milliseconds. So that's at native, getting 2022. Am I planning to test 5080? I don't have a 5080. Windows has a personalization option called dynamic lighting. Yeah, but if that is that changed recently? Because I've not had an issue for so long and I've never touched any settings like that. I mean, I'll check it, but unless something's changed in like a more recent Windows update. But it's in here, like we're at 40% CPU here. Doesn't seem to be causing me the same issue, so I do think it is that fan control. So I'll have to... Maybe there's an update or something for it. I did try and check for updates. It didn't seem like there was, but maybe I need to look online. So have a look here. I want to switch this down to... Go down to... where are we? Quality here. Gives us, what, 130, 140... My ADS speed is so slow. Can you get out there? This game is absolutely wild CPU usage wise though. I mean 60% at 4K is crazy. Normally that's like 20%. I mean, even it's probably maybe on par with Frostbite, I don't know. Frostbite's normally like 60% or something, 50-60% at 4K. Looks pretty good though, I think, quality, and we're getting 135 average. In terms of power and VRAM, I'd say power's probably down a little, but VRAM's pretty much the same. The lows are still kind of not great. Please don't see me. Did it see me? I think it did.
There. Over there.
I'll help him out. There's a lot around here. It's unwatchable on Twitch. Oh, wait, in terms of the quality. Yeah, that's the max I can do, though, unfortunately. More limited on Twitch to the max quality you can go. Oh, I thought maybe you could get up there. Is that viewpoint? That viewpoint up top would have been crazy. Well, what was it we were saying? Performance? Yeah, I don't think you'd be able to do 240 with that. At least not with everything maxed out. I mean, you'd hit that with frame generation. Multi-frame generation, which I can have a look at.
Don't shoot.
But you wouldn't be doing 4K 240 with that, or at least not with these settings. You watch on YouTube. Yeah, that's fine. That's why I stream on both, so you can pick which one. I think if I eventually get... I don't even know what the tiers are on Twitch. I got Associate. I don't know what the next one is off that, but I think you can get 1440p streaming at some point. Once I get that, I will stream at that. It's just, it doesn't actually... What the hell? This is game over for me. Whole team.
Out there.
I got one of them. How do I switch shoulder? I could have done with that then. How do I do it? I did this the other day. Is it... Well, it's not Q. It's the issue. I'm pressing all the buttons. It's probably not a good idea. How do I switch shoulder? I mean, really need that right now. It's X. Oh. Amazing. Thanks. Seemed like there was more guys. Oh, walking around like this with the switch... I don't know, is that me or does that just feel crazy? I have to play like this. That just feels crazy to me. It feels fine when you're ADS'd, but... running around like that feels so unnatural. Basically out of bandages. Maybe I should search the guy actually. I'll check out frame generation in a second. We'll see how badly it makes the latency. What's he got?
An arc orbiter is en route. The safe window is closing. 10 minutes to get out of there. I repeat, 10 minutes.
He's got ammo. Bandages. We're taking all of this. Oh, I can't carry anymore. Left hand, yeah. It's weird because my dad was left-handed. But I'm right. Oh, God. How am I going to get out of this one? Let's try. If we go, we'll go full frame generation, so I'll go ×4. Multi-frame generation. There's your 4K 240. Have some of that. 420. Double it. Double it and give it to the next person. How am I going to get out of this? This is really not ideal. But it's taken my latency up to 27, so that's what added. Not a great deal. 5 milliseconds. Really not a lot. Did no one loot this guy? Probably. Oh god, how do I add stuff? So yeah, latency, you're really not going to notice any difference. I think I've just got to run it. He's actually just run it. Alright. Run! I hear it on me. It's bad. Go! Oh, there's another one. Look how bad my lows are, though. It's because MSI, obviously take into account MSI doesn't really track when you've got multi-frame generation on it. It doesn't really measure it very accurately. I'm out of stamina. Run! Oh, we made it. Definitely noticed some flickering and stuff. Especially with the foliage, that looked quite bad.
Okay.
Yours is 1440p with no goal reach. Oh, you can just do that on Twitch, can you? Oh, I always thought it caps you, and if you start messing around too much, you, I don't know, maybe get banned or something. At least that's what I read online. You want to do it on Twitch with the recommended amounts, otherwise. I haven't really streamed on it for very long though, so I honestly don't know how like strict they are.
Wasp up there.
Where's the other guy extract, or did he just quit?
Hornet.
Oh, this is bad. Have a day off. That's not the door. Oh! Wait for all that to blow over.
All raiders, we have Arc on screen. 5 minutes left. Go find a way home. I repeat, 5 minutes.
Oh, that's not looking good out there, is it? That is not looking good. This is going to be a run job. Oh god, that's looking really not good. Oh, there's an extract. Oh my god, perfect. Get in here. Oh, that is amazing. Oh, that's not amazing. That is not amazing. There's 2 dead guys in here. Oh. Holy. That was close. Oh, okay, I'll maybe try 1440p next time then. God, I got tons of stuff. Because that's the thing, even when I do 1080p on Twitch, it tells me, it like, keeps flashing red, telling me, like, it's unstable and stuff. And I'm within the, like, limits it suggests, so... You'll have to set the render to your graphics, what do you mean? You mean as in just, like, change my stream settings, is that what you mean? I'm on a stream PC, so... It won't affect, like, my game or anything. How do you... What's the tab where I can actually see all my inventory and stuff? Get rid. Can I just sell that? 31. I can probably repair those, right? Oh, I didn't even use my, I didn't even use my other gun. I got so much stuff. How do we... Workshop. What can I do? Train. Craft. Oh, it's just all this stuff. Ammo's probably useful, isn't it? Shields. $4K isn't possible on Twitch. No, it's still about 40p. Is that ping to the server on the top right? No, it's latency. It's PC latency. How do you enable it? I'm using Nvidia, so I just switch it on in Nvidia overlay. It's really high at the moment because it's capping my FPS, but I just switch that on here, basically. Switch it on here. Yeah, I could try 2 times frame generation quick, and then we can try high settings at native. It will obviously bring the latency down a bit, but it really probably won't be that much different. Because like 5 milliseconds adding to even 4 times multi is not great to stash. Okay, cool. Yeah, that kind of, you know, 5 milliseconds latency is like, you can't even tell. What are all these things? What do I do with that? We got bandages. Where did all those shields go? Probably could do with some of those. Don't want to do that many. So yeah, notice how my CPU is, it's not gone to 100. Not gone back to 100 since, so at least I know that is definitely that. That at least narrows it down to whatever the hell my little knee stuff's doing. Yeah, it was because the FPS was capped, yeah. So you see like 23, 24. I think it'd probably be quite hard to actually even tell the difference with 2. You're talking maybe like a couple of milliseconds average difference. You're not going to be able to tell if just by playing the game or anything. I mean, even with 4 times, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference. The only way I can see it is because we're actually measuring it. We're still, you know, still hovering between 20, 25, basically some highs of 24. So averagely, it's probably maybe 1 or 2 difference, 1 or 2 less. But you could do your 4K 240 even with this. I personally think in a lot of games, you can really handle up to about... It becomes really bad latency at about 60. That's when, in my opinion... It depends on the game, obviously. If it's a real fast-paced shooter, I think it probably becomes really obvious earlier. But when I've been playing stuff like Cyberpunk and stuff, it starts getting really bad when you start to hit like 60 and above. That's when it... You know, the more and more it goes up at that point, you can definitely tell. Anything under that is kind of like fairly okay, especially in like Cyberpunk, for example. If you're on like a shooter game, I would never even use frame generation anyway, but you'd be able to probably tell. It'd be much more obvious much sooner. This is old Epic, yeah. The graphics are maxed in terms of graphics settings. They're all set to Epic. And maybe if frame generation gives like 3 and then gives another 1 or 2. I'd say it's probably less than that because it didn't without frame generation on at all. I still had about 20, 21 milliseconds, didn't I? I think. This is obviously with performance still on as well. I think we still had about 2021. So it's even less. Look. 20, 22 milliseconds, 21. It's not even enabling frame generation multi to like 3, well, to 2.
Out there.
Honestly, you're probably looking at 1 millisecond on average more. 3 then maybe gives you another 1 at most, and then 4 maybe another 1. Because we didn't really go above 25 at all at any point. So even here, like, I'm still hitting 25. It's really like, and this is without frame generation. Oh no, is it? Oh, it's on auto, that's why. Yeah, apologise. Yeah, it is less then. I thought it was disabled, but it's on auto. So yeah, probably about right. 3, maybe actually a bit more. Going from like off to on, it's maybe more like 5 or 6. Because going from off here, we're at 17. And then we had about 21, 22, so it's maybe more like 4 or 5. Yeah, like 21, so it's about 4. Average, maybe average 3, 4. And then, yeah, maybe another 1 for 3 and then another 1 for 4. Yeah, the lower your native frames are, the higher the latency will be. So ideally, you do want to have really as high as you can before. There's just it really depends though on so many factors. What you got running before you put it on as to whether it really runs well. Our FPS is so high. Our FPS was what, 100 before switching on, so there's really like no issue there at all. A lot of the time I think it depends on the game, but you can often sometimes even pull it off at like 30 or 40 FPS depending on the game. It's not recommended. They obviously recommend 60, but it can be done. It's just some games don't do well with that at all. Like, it could be completely unplayable, and another game might be like okay. I'm trying to think if like I can demo that. I'm gonna go back to DLAA. Oh, I can't go over. I can probably go over on TSR, can I? No, I can't. That's annoying. I was hoping to go over. If I go back to native, and we'll try what, the high preset. Isn't just everything set to high? Gotta have what, 120, 125 in here. You need more than 80 FPS. Like I say, I don't think it's a hard or fast rule. I think it depends on the game. I've played games with much lower, like I say, I've played games with about 30 before. Switched on and you could barely tell. Other games are probably horrendous like that. It's not like a yes or no type thing. I think it depends. Same as DLSS, you know, sometimes you can switch. I mean, not so much now. I think DLSS overall looks pretty good, but upscaling in general, some games it just doesn't look that great. Other games it looks good. You get the odd game where you just think this doesn't look as good. There's a cat bed. Oh, I'm having that.
Medium gun parts. Pharaoh.
Right, all we need now is to get into a gunfight. Try and attract some attention. Sounds a bit quiet around here, doesn't it?
Picked up some noise.
Very comfortable pillow.
We've got a GPU in this computer. I hear something. How do we get out? So a weapon blueprint, I'll take that.
A camera lens.
I always just get so lost in these buildings.
Home at the water treatment elevator.
Water treatment elevator, is it this? Oh, this is that same building we had that gunfight before. What's that? I think overall you're looking at probably average of almost 144 with high, and it doesn't look too different. So it depends if you want to use. You can obviously make those kind of games with DLSS really easily and not notice the difference either. You could even probably, to be honest, do a mixture of DLSS quality
Head home at the Red Lake balcony lift.
and high.
Home at the Red Lake balcony lift.
Definitely gain quite a bit of FPS doing that. The speed of my guy. Also, is there any big Champions League games on? What games are on tonight?
A Hornet, there.
Because there was mad games on last night. I feel like they should have probably split. The fact that Liverpool, Madrid and PSG, Bayern Munich were on the same night. They should have split those. I'm just going to extract here. I don't know what teammates are doing. I'm being scared. Where's the computer?
Hornet.
Oh, I'm being scared. I'm gonna let them press it. Or we could just shoot them, to be fair. Can it get me? Oh. The answer to that question is yes. Oh my god.
Head home at the Red Lake balcony lift.
With the Red Lake balcony lift.
Go.
Don't shoot!
Is that... That is an enemy. Oh, we're being nice to each other. Wait, what? I was gonna open fire. Is that just courtesy of letting people get out? I mean, to be fair, that happened so fast. Probably wouldn't even be able to down anyone. I'm gonna take a quick look here and try and look quickly at 1440p. See what we get with that, just out of curiosity. Try out at native, so if I'll change it on Windows so I can full screen. Potentially CPU going up to 100. We'll see. 2560, 1440. Make this a bit smaller. It bugs like this for me when I have the latency on. Look, it's weird, isn't it? He said don't shoot. Yeah, but all is fair in love and war, whatever the term is. You work for ASML, as in like the semiconductor in the Netherlands. I own shares in them. Can you bump them up a bit? A bit more than they already are. Are there like factories or whatever in the Netherlands as well? They make the machines. I thought they dealt with the like semiconductor stuff. Some technology to do with that, I thought. I thought they own the machines that like make it possible, make like chip making possible, don't know something? Or am I thinking of like, I might be thinking of what's it, Taiwan Semiconductor. I thought they help the machines that like make it possible, don't they? So I'm at 1440p here. Why does it say not recommended on exclusive full screen? It's just purely because they're saying it makes it harder to switch. Well, we're fine with that. So DLAA. Chip printers, yeah, that's what I thought. Are there factories in the Netherlands, though? Or they have them everywhere now? Because I think it's trading on the NASDAQ as well, isn't it? So we use DLAA at 1440p. I'll switch everything back to Epic. I'll make sure I change up the stream as well. Taiwan Semiconductor Manufacturing Company, yeah. But no, we was talking about ASML. What do I do with this blueprint? I'm gonna just stash it all. Stash the cat bed. Boom. Am I seeing flickering on the transformer model? No, not as far. Not thus far. I've been using quality, DLSS quality performance. I haven't really seen any flickering. Oh, grass and trees, yeah. As in, like, shimmering on the foliage. I saw a bit of that at performance, yeah. I thought you meant as in, like, actual, like, screen flickering, where it's, like, flickering between black and the game or something. Do you mean, like, the shimmering on foliage and stuff? I saw a bit of that at performance. I didn't really see it at quality. It was like that a bit in Battlefield 6 as well. At least with FSR, it was really bad. Or was it like ultra performance though when that was happening? But 1440p here, look, 160 basically. So that's giving us pretty much 60 FPS from 4K. That's quite a big uplift in FPS considering everything's epic. Everything's still maxed out. Gonna get slightly more indoors. There you go, 180, 190. The lows still aren't great. I'm gonna reset. You do just see, like, not really a completely flat frame time. It has these, like, real micro stutters. It's just quite bad lows. But power's down to 400. I mean, that's still a lot for 1440p. But it's down, what, maybe another 50. Well, at 4K native, to be fair, we had about 480, 490, didn't we? So that is actually down quite a bit. Can you just jump out the window? That was a bit awkward, wasn't it? Oh, what's this? CPU as well doesn't look too much different from 4K. We're still at about 100 watts. Normally see it go up quite a bit at 1440p and obviously go up even more at 1080p, but doesn't really seem to do... It's just pretty much really high at 4K and it doesn't really change too much. It's pretty just consistent across the different resolutions. Would I undervolt it if I was just gaming and not testing? I mean, when I'm just gaming, I honestly don't really care. I don't measure anything when I'm gaming. Like, I don't even measure FPS or anything. Like, especially if I'm on my 5090, I'll whack it at 4K. And depending on what settings I'm using in the game, I'll just max everything and maybe use DLSS quality or something. Like, that's it. When I'm gaming, the last thing I just don't want to know. If I'm just like full gaming sesh, I just like have zero interest in knowing the FPS is or anything, or like temps or anything. I'm like in full gaming mode. I can normally tell. It sounds weird, but when I play a game, I can often tell, like, I can get a rough gauge as to, like, what the FPS is just by looking at it. So I often go off that. If it feels a bit too low for me, I'll just drop the settings a bit, but I don't really check, if that makes sense. It gets hot. Yeah, I mean, we're going... I don't know where you are, but at least in the UK now, it's getting pretty cold on most days, so heat-wise, doesn't really affect me because it's freezing. In the summer, it probably affected me more, but I feel like we didn't really have that crazy a summer. I had a couple of weeks where it was like really, really hot, but then that was it basically. And have an aircon, a portable aircon thing as well, so that kind of helps. Should have a look at like upscaling a bit as well. Or maybe we'll drop. Let's drop down to medium. Just get a rough gauge of what kind of FPS we'll get at 1440p with that. Like, yeah, there you go, 200 at that. So you're close to 1440p 240 really, even at medium, just still native. Definitely concerned on the lighting though at medium.
Crude explosives. Over here. Gun parts.
These guys just giving me stuff. Oh, hello. Oh, can I drop that? We're having that.
Let's head home at the central swamp.
Over encumbered. That's not good. Might need to invest in AC. Yeah, that's a life changer, that. A little portable unit. You got to stick the tube out the window. We'll have to go back to Epic and use some upscaling. Quality should pretty much look the same as DLAA, really. I think it does here. This is more what I would play. Instead of probably dropping the settings, I'd probably just use DLSS quality or something. I don't think I can really carry any more stuff, can I? This is car alarm go off if I go near it. Yep. How do I do that roll?
Head home at the central swamp.
I actually have no idea. How do I do like the barrel roll? He's in a fight. Is he down?
Raider in the field depot. Danger in the field depot.
Is it one guy? Crawl! No!
Over there.
They're surely going to try and loot, aren't they?
Wasp by the field depot.
Will they not try and loot? Look at us. Ambush. They're shooting at the... Sounds like only one guy. Maybe it's two. He was just shooting at someone.
Raider, in the field depot.
Whoa! Oh my god! What? I thought that was my teammate. Who was he shooting at? I thought he got someone. I don't think he got anyone at all, did he? Where's my teammate? Oh, I'm so close. He could actually probably get me here if they're preoccupied with the drones. I thought he downed someone or something. That's why I kind of pushed it a bit more. I thought he got someone. Gonna need some. Oh, okay. That has not ended well. Oh no. Can I tag him?
Watch out over here.
Big trouble. Although that guy's on fire.
Over there.
I'll crawl to the extraction point. Could you imagine? How long would that take? Anyway, I'm gonna have to leave it there. I'll probably play this game a bit more. I don't mind it. I'll try and switch to maybe the 9060 XT and have a look at it on that as well. Not sure. But yeah, maybe try and switch that tomorrow. Depends what time I finish work, but we'll see. I'll check it out at some point on that. Might be interesting to see how that does. So, thanks a lot for watching. Do make sure to follow me on Twitch as well. I stream on there if you're if you do have a Twitch account. I'd appreciate the follow on there. I've pinned it in the YouTube channel chat. I mean. But yeah, have a good evening, and I'll catch you later.